Yahoo will stop allowing people to work from home. A memo said to be from Yahoo was leaked to a technology blog. It reads in part, being a Yahoo isn't just about your day-to-day job. It's about the interactions and experiences that are only possible in our offices. Business tycoon Richard Branson tweeted that he was perplexed by the move.
But others see the revival of a corporate culture that lost its edge. Mellody Hobson is a CBS News contributor and analyst and joins us at the table. Good to see you, Mellody.
Good to see you.
So in USA Today, they said, listen, a Stanford researcher said she inherited a complete mess. There are reports that the policy had gotten too lax. There was a lot of dead wood. But today she's getting a lot of heat. So is it a ruthless decision or a smart business decision, in your opinion?
Okay, let's look at what she inherited. At its peak, Yahoo was a darling of the tech industry. The stock in 2000 was trading for $475 a share.
Yep.
It's at 20 today. So she does have a real turnaround on her hands. So if you say smart or ruthless, I go smart, because she's looking at the situation and saying, I need innovation to change this company. And one of the things that drives innovation is collaboration. People working next to each other, shoulder to shoulder, coming up with ideas.
Marissa Mayer, of course, is a CEO who has a lot of celebrity, because when she came to the Post, she announced that she was pregnant. What does this mean in terms of flexibility in the workplace?
Well, I think that it's hard to answer that question because I think there are some misperceptions about flex time. I found it interesting when I did my research that the average person who telecommutes is a 40-year-old male. You know,
not women.
No, the average person is a
me.
40-year-old male, and we think of it as a stay-at-home mom,
Yes.
which is true. There are a ton of stay-at-home moms, but that's not just the only audience.
I'm so glad you said that, because the people who I know who telecommute are actually males, not women. But people are looking at this and saying, oh, is Marissa Mayer, who is supposed to be a some people want, for some reason, her to be a woman CEO. I don't know why she can't just be a regular CEO. Say that this is going to hurt women. But the studies show it's actually a lot of men who telecommute. Is that true?
That's exactly right. No, I think it's hard to make these generalizations. Women versus men, woman CEO, what are the expectations? What is she supposed to do? I think she's taken a lot of heat here, and I actually don't think it's fair.
Let's take a look at her neighbors in Silicon Valley. Facebook, what do they do?
So the policies, from when I talk to many of the companies in Silicon Valley, tend to be very flexible. It's very, very common to have telecommuting with many of her peer companies.
Okay, Facebook
However,
has telecommuting or not?
Facebook, I am told, has telecommuting.
Apple, telecommuting or not?
Does not.
Does not.
And that's what I found interesting. Everyone's saying, well, this is going to be terrible for her ability to recruit and retain people. But the company that has been the most successful
Apple.
Innovator of our generation has, there's no free food there. The flexible policies are not the same. They've done it very differently, and they've still won.
But I think a lot of the outcry today I keep hearing is from working parents, that a lot of working parents rely on telecommuting. And a lot of people are afraid that now, what is this going to mean for me?
And that's a fair point, because a lot of people telecommute.
Yeah.
Estimates are 30 million people telecommute at some point during the course of the year. That's a lot of people. So those working parents are saying, this flexibility allows me to tend to my children. Perhaps that will go away. I think that she's trying to save the company. Right. So we just have to, if they want jobs and want the ability to be able to take care of their kids, she's saying we have to make some choices right now. They may be hard choices.
And isn't it her job to save the job? While everyone's comparing her to everybody else, shouldn't she just focus on her company?
Whether Marissa Mayer can save Yahoo does not depend on this decision.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of other problems they faced beyond telecommuting.
That's right, and she's trying to put her stamp on this culture.
Right.
So there's no question about it. And she's saying you can't build a culture via email. She needs these people in the office.
And Bank of America, we should point out, also made a move like this within the past year, too, which is to say a lot of employees who telecommute have got to come back into the office.
I think people have found that some of the things that they thought would work, certainly it reduces their overhead costs. That's one of the reasons that they've liked telecommuting, allows them to have a more diverse workforce. There are a bunch of pros, but I think a lot of things have been tried and companies are pulling them back. Flexible time, outsourcing. I mean, we've seen a whole bunch of things come and now get pulled in a little bit. Casual dress.
Yes.
These things.
Are they pulling back on casual dress?
Yes.
It's ebbed and flowed.
Mellody,
We told Charlie
thank you.
stop wearing the flip-flops. We told him. Thank you, Mellody.